All right, this is the Munch Bros double feature, Revenge of the RPG. I'm Blasphemous.
I am Dr. Cheese.
I'm Tank Gurrl.
The special guest,
Logus McBrogus.
This is my son. He is here to join us. It's actually Tank Gurrl and I's son. Yeah, so he's here. He wants to talk about some video games later on, but he's here for the whole show. You happy you're here now?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Happy to be here.
Good. We all are. Last time we were supposed to actually talk about our favorite retro RPG video game, but we got so into talking about everything else we forgot. So we're going to do that now. I'm just going to start because I can't really remember much of the game other than I played it a lot when I was little, and it was on 64. It was Mystic Ninja featuring Gohan. It was a fun game. Little ninja guy who actually uses, from what I read, he uses a opium pipe to hit people, which is pretty freaking hilarious.
An opium pipe?
I think I forgot what it was called. It's a Japanese name, and you research that name on there, and it's like an opium pipe. It was like, wow. And then he's got this little fat blue ninja that is like his friend who like runs like a big old lard, and he's hilarious, but he's really cool. So let's go through Logus Brogus. I want to see, what's your favorite RPG?
I've got to say Spyro. It's really cool. It has 3 games. It makes a good comeback in Skylanders. So yeah, I got to say Spyro was a cool game.
Spyro was a fun game. I remember when it came out. It was a very fun game. Tinko.
I am not a video game connoisseur, really. I don't really play it, but I think Crash Bandicoot, when it first came out on PlayStation, that was my jam.
Oh yeah, all 3 of them were great.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, that was basically all I played. And of course, you got Mario and shit that I played all the time, but...
What was your favorite Crash game?
Oh, I think Warped.
Warped.
I like Warped.
I think that was my favorite. Logus, what's yours?
My favorite was the Crash Bandicoot Warped, but honestly, I've got to say I wasn't really a fan of the second one.
Yeah, was it the Rise? Was it Cortex? The Rise
Cortex Strikes Back.
Yeah, that's what it was called. Doctor, what's your favorite, if you have one, of Crash Bandicoot?
Of Crash Bandicoot, I never really got through Crash Bandicoot because, like, when you hear about people first playing Dark Souls nowadays and they just crush their controller and quit. That's how I felt with Crash Bandicoot after a certain level.
Yeah, some of those
I've had those
some of those
days.
levels are fucking annoying.
Yeah.
And me, I was a person who would go back through and play like Sonic and get all of the emeralds.
Yeah.
I'm a completionist in the game. I want to see what the bounds of the game are.
Yeah.
So Crash Bandicoot was not very conducive to that for me.
Well, what is your favorite RPG?
Yeah, your favorite RPG.
My favorite RPG?
Yeah.
You're talking modern retro.
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 We're on retro right now.
Okay, if we're talking about retro, if we're talking about the RPG that I originally picked, it was Quest 64. I really like that game.
Explain that game.
Yeah, that game is... I don't really know the actual storyline in it because I never really paid attention to it. Just kind of scrolled past everything because it's kind of really annoying to go through dialogue.
Yeah.
Especially in 64 dialogue, it takes a long time.
Yeah.
But the game system was really cool in this. You got to use your magic spells, and when you use those magic spells, you get experience in that school of magic.
Okay.
Right? And you have like 4 elemental schools of magic, and you would randomly obtain these just ups in these numbers, and if you got everything just right, you could absolutely destroy this game from the beginning.
Yeah.
But it was a fun progression system. It felt like when you used it, it got better.
Okay.
And it was also my first experience with something that was like really dark. There was a lot of this whole like idea of this town being cursed, right? And so like the people would turn into werewolves at night. In this certain town, there's a lot of creep factor, and I never really got all the way through the game.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun to play.
What year did that game come out?
Quest 64.
Or like how old were you when you remember playing it? It's where I'm like at?
I was probably 11.
Yeah, that sounds about right. 64, yeah.
Yeah, I think I was about 60. Yeah, I was about 11. It came out in 98.
No, so like you were playing 98,
Good
99?
times.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Good times, 98. That's when Tony Hawk and all those games started coming out. Love those games.
Tony Hawk Underground. What's
No, that was
up?
way after.
I know, but that's my generation. Like
I was
we were
actually
like
12. Yeah.
Yeah.
12.
I kind of thought of another RPG that I remember playing when I was younger, and I don't think got as much hype because there was other games that were like it that people loved more. Was Dragon Ball. It was kind of like playing Legend of Zelda on Nintendo all over again.
that. Like Dragon Ball Z?
No, Dragon Ball.
It's before Dragon Ball Z.
Oh.
Goku's a little kid
Oh.
looking for the Dragon Balls.
See, I'm not familiar with the whole Dragon Ball, so.
Yeah. So that was that was a pretty fun game. Back then, so, all right, that's our RPGs. Now I think what we wanted to do is we told Gurrl to
Get herself a list.
give us her opinions on what it's like being a female in the gaming and comic book world. I mean, because it's pretty much the same world. If you go to conventions, that is not well, outside conventions, completely two different worlds. But
Right.
so let us know. Tell us what you're feeling. Your stance on that, I guess, would be.
Well, you know, of course I'm not the only female who goes to these conventions and everything. I sometimes cosplay, sometimes I don't. Depends on, you know, my mood for the day. And there are some women out there who really go. And, like, they go all out, which is really amazing. And I commend them for that. Being a female in this type of world sometimes is awesome, but other times you could start talking about a subject. And a man would think you don't know anything about it. Because some men are like, well, we knew this long before. You probably just like this because of, you know, this is a popular character. Great example. I have Harley Quinn diamonds on my thigh as a tattoo. And I was criticized for it, saying that I only got it because of the Suicide Squad movie. Which I was very upset about because I've loved Harley Quinn ever since she was introduced in the Batman animated series. Anybody who knows me knows that that is my jam, for sure. And to be criticized as a fake and a follower is very, you know, it's very disheartening, you know. I do have several comic book tattoos, you know. I am a part of this world. Sometimes, you know, I don't know as much as people, but I always want to learn, and I always like learning. So for, you know, people to kind of put me down if I don't know as much as them is very hard, because I do know a lot. You know, luckily I learn from friends, and I learn something new every day, basically. And like I go to these conventions and everything, and I get kind of like these weird looks, you know, like kind of like a look like, why are you here? I don't look like I belong in these conventions, which I'm okay with that. You know, I don't mind, you know, not looking like I belong. I don't care. I go because it's fun. You know, I go because I get to spend time with the people I love, going to a place where we can be ourselves and be happy. I try not to get discouraged when I get these like little snide looks, but then I get these like times where I'm walking and people are like, oh my god, is that a Gurrl tattoo? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh my god, that's so cool you have it. Or like,
And you still got people who come up and don't even know who she is.
yeah, and they're like, that is an amazing tattoo. It's like,
Greatest story I think about her tattoo is we were in today. She got commented by some security guard who you could tell totally didn't even know what it was, but he's like, nice ink. But then there was the other time we went to Target.
no, it was
We went to Target and we were going in the thing, and a lady. Oh no, you're like
Smith's. It was Smith's.
Smith's, sorry. A lady right behind her goes, I love your Gurrl tattoo. We look at her and we're like, you don't look like a comic book person. You don't look like anybody who would
the
know
only
even
thing
who
she
Gurrl is.
said was, I loved the movie.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm okay with that, because Lori Petty did amazing as Tank Girl.
But the thing
But-
is, the lady knew that was Tank Girl,
Yeah.
even though she's only seen the movie.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's like, I do love women in comic book. Like women who are very powerful, and not just like with powers, but they're powerful in their own skin. And they can show that they don't need superpowers or, these abilities to kick serious ass. And I think being a female in the comic book world is, I kind of want to like be a beacon. Like, don't be afraid to be who you truly are, because there's some people who are like ashamed, like, oh my god, they're gonna think I'm weird or a nerd. You know what, honey? Be you. Be happy.
Be you, boo boo.
Yeah, you do you, boo boo. Like, so
There's a lot of elitism in the world of nerd. You should always not take that to heart, because there's gonna always be elitism everywhere. That's how shit heels work.
well, and it's just like, to me, it's like, also I get really frustrated with women who do go to these conventions, who do cosplay, who do really well at it too, and they're just harassed. And it, like, to me, that kind of bothers me, because they're not there because they want you to hit on them. They're there because they are dressing as someone they admire
Yeah,
and look up to.
the creepy boy advancements.
My god, those are like the worst, is when you get the freaking
Hey,
creepers.
nerds. Like, we're all nerds here, but you nerds that go out and actually just are disgusting towards people,
We don't like it.
we don't
so-
like you.
Look up the word cringe, right?
Put your
And try
face
to
to it.
avoid being that as much as possible,
See
okay?
your face and then change it.
Yeah, but I think if you love something, don't hide it and just embrace it, honestly. And male, female, alien, half and half, who cares? Like, embrace who you are.
All that matters is you have fun.
Exactly. Have fun and fuck what everybody else says.
As long as you're not hurting anybody, yeah?
Yeah, as long as you're not hurting anybody. If you start hurting people, then, maybe you should stop doing that.
All right. Well, that was really cool, and definitely like hearing that, and especially from another stance in the world of what we live for.
Representation's always a good thing. It's always good to have another voice.
Heck yeah.
It's always good.
To all my ladies.
All single ladies. All single ladies.
All the nerdy ladies.
Yep,
All the
there it
nerdy
is.
ladies. All the nerdy ladies. All the nerdy ladies.
Well,
That's our anthem, girls.
All right.
that was the
Can't sing any more of that at all.
That's her girly report for the day. And now something that we said we were going to do last time, and that was we have to name an actual Tom Cruise movie that we like.
Oh, God.
Hell Corner.
I don't think Logus is going to bust into that one unless you really have one, but I don't think you know it. You actually have one.
Definitely.
Okay.
All right, tell us
Well,
about
then you
it.
tell me what yours is.
Yeah,
By
Tom.
by the way, Logus is 11 years old. He was born in 2008. So I don't think he even knows old Tom Cruise movies. So I'm really excited to see what he has to say about this one. So what's your Tom Cruise movie?
I liked War of the Worlds.
Okay.
It was awesome. People got ripped apart. And their blood got turned to dust.
Oh,
It
honey.
did.
It was
Good.
fun.
It was great.
Although it gave me nightmares for next week.
It did. It did. It was a pretty decent movie.
And it was before he started becoming a bad actor.
Well, he already kind of was before that, but he does make decent movies sometimes.
He's kind of a hit or miss kind of guy.
Yeah.
It's just
so.
that middle tooth bothers me a lot.
Middle tooth, yeah.
Yeah.
Tank Girl.
So there's not a lot of them, honestly.
I tell you, it was hard for you.
It was really hard for me. So I'm gonna have to do a one where he was a supporting actor, and that was
Wow.
and that
Was
was
that hard?
and that was Interview with Vampire.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
I love it because also I love Anne Rice. Her books are amazing. The detail she goes into them, and when they made it into a movie, it was really good.
I'll give you that one. He
Tom
did
Cruise
play,
as Lestat was probably one of my favorite roles.
He did play quite a bit in that movie, so I
Yeah.
would say that is a Tom Cruise movie. But it is also a Brad Pitt movie.
Pitt and Kirsten Dunst's first movie.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, that counts. That sounds like that.
Because he was a leading supporting role, so. But that honestly was the movie I had to pick.
That movie was pretty good. It was better than what I thought it was going to be. I just recently saw it last year.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a girly movie, Interview with the Vampire," blah, blah, and I saw it, and I was like, "Holy crap, this is an amazing movie!"
Right?
All right, what about you?
I'm gonna go and do mine. I have no idea what he picked because he said one he liked last time, but he can't pick that one this time.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go first. I liked Minority Report because I like the idea of having a precognitive police department that could predict crimes before they happen.
Oh, I totally forgot about that movie.
And there was also
The implementations of that, or
not even that. It's just like the technology in the movie, like the whole stuff that we'll eventually have, where they have basically holograms and you can move it, stretch it, but you can do it on an Apple table or whatever it's called. You stretch with your hands and you can look and you can
touch glass.
Yeah, it's basically touch glass, but it's holograms and you touch it. And they also had nobody owned a car; everybody could just get a ride from their house and go where they need to go. It was a cool world, and then he kind of goes against what they think because he thinks that, or he finds out that people can change their ideas. I think that's what it came down to. So he was like, "I'm not going to arrest these people because they cannot commit this crime. Just because they thought of it doesn't mean they were actually going to do it."
Well, I really like that movie too. It was a really high concept movie. The point that a lot of people missed from it was that with it, like the character actually realized that the fact that they can have these minority reports means that this whole system is unjust completely. And it comes to the point in the movie where he's like, "Where's my minority report? Where's my minority report?" And they said to him, "You didn't have one." It just goes to show you that, pre-crime was still an unjust thing.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Alright, so I guess we need to know what you picked.
I picked Vanilla Sky.
Alright, I think I've seen that, but I can't remember. It was so long ago, so you're going to have to set that one up for me.
Vanilla Sky was a very trippy movie.
That movie was nuts.
It was completely nuts. It's about Tom Cruise. Well, I don't even have to put a spoiler warning. It's such an old movie that if you haven't seen it or don't know the spoiler warnings in it, then go away. All right, get out of my face. All right, no. Character has this really bad breakup with this lady that he absolutely adored, and during the breakup, there's this car accident that happens, right? And the whole movie was him sort of. After the car accident, it was him sort of experiencing this love that he experienced on a loop, but he kept getting it looped on the part where he lost her, and kept changing things, and he found out that he was actually dying, and he was being played this loop over and over again in his head as basically a messed up version of what they consider a paradise for that world. Yeah. When people died, they would put them in this program that would make them live their best moments in their life over and over again.
Like he was kind of trapped in his own hell.
He was trapped in his own hell. That's what Vanilla Sky was about.
Who was in that movie with him?
Was it Diaz?
No.
It was Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
Oh, it was, yeah.
It was Diaz.
It was not only Cameron Diaz, it was...
Because I was thinking it was Nicole Kidman, but that was Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah.
That was a different one.
That was back when he did movies with her because he was married with her.
Yeah.
That was a weird period of things. Yeah, it also had Penelope Cruz as the other love interest.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I mean,
okay.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is a...
T. Cruise.
I think he should just,
What superpowers do you think he has, according to Scientology?
Oh, easy. Middle tooth.
Middle tooth powers. Well,
middle tooth. Activate.
You can't beat middle tooth powers.
No.
Well, he also has a second set.
In my opinion, like Will Smith and John Cena, his acting career should just end.
Yeah, well, like Tom Cruise. Yeah, he's kind of getting out there with too many things these days.
He's just trying to grab whatever he can.
Can I finish that he has a second set of powers?
Oh, he does.
What's his second set?
He has infinite stamina for running. Specifically for running.
Just for running.
Yes.
Have you not seen all his movies?
In every single one of his movies, to include Minority Report. What was the movie you picked for Tom Cruise?
War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds?
Yeah, he ran a lot there.
Interview with Vampire.
No.
Didn't really run in that one.
He rode a horse really fast.
This is true. I'll count it. All right.
It's still running.
And also, he's a vampire, so it doesn't matter. But also, Vanilla Sky, he ran a lot. The man just, he likes running.
He runs a lot.
Have you guys seen his running face? Like, it just,
Yeah.
the skin goes back.
All right, well, we'll go from our Tom Cruise movie, and we'll go into our top 5 Adam Sandler movies.
We were going to do a top 10, but then we decided a top 5 would just be a little bit
It was
easier.
going to take too long to make a top 10,
Yeah.
I think. So
I could not pick more than 5, I'm sorry.
I actually picked 6, but mine's just gonna be at the end. So I'm gonna go different, and we're gonna go to Dr. Cheese first for this.
I will preface this with, my list is entitled Dr. Cheese, Adam Sandler, Damned. We go number 5, Wedding Singer.
Yeah.
Of course, I loved Wedding Singer because Billy Idol was in it,
Oh yeah,
and Drew Barrymore. But mostly Billy Idol.
this was I think the first movie he did with Drew Barrymore.
Yep.
And-
They did 3 more after that.
And I think all of us, to include the young Logus McBrogus, love the 80s aesthetic. So
Oh, yeah.
that is definitely a justified choice.
Yeah.
All right, my second choice is, of course, Waterboy. Waterboy, that's number 4. What else is there to say about that movie? Vicky Valancourt, you know,
Oh,
she asks Bobby Boucher if he wants her to, murder the people giving him tests as his
Show me the
partners.
boobies, and I like them too.
Foosball is the devil.
Little girls are the devil.
Kathy Bates, I absolutely adore her. She is a treasure, and just her as Bobby Boucher's
Mama
mom,
Boucher.
Mama Boucher, it's the devil.
She was funny.
Especially when she's like sleeping. It's like, devil.
devil.
And then Billy Madison, of course, self-explanatory. I can't really give you any more on that.
Stop looking at me, Swan.
Oh, I know what's going on here.
Anger Management is my number 2.
Jack Nicholson.
Because Jack Nicholson
And
making him sing.
Are you so pretty? I'm so pretty.
oh,
so
pretty.
And witty and right.
Yes.
And well, you gotta, what's her name?
And John Turturro's in that, actually.
Yes.
And he's awesome in that. I loved him in that. Everything about that movie was funny.
That was a good. Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
And of course, my number 1.
You're number 1.
It wouldn't be Dr. Cheese's rock sensibility without a little bit of the devil in there. Little Nicky.
God.
Little Nicky. Reignited my love for Chicago. You know.
That was a very good movie. I saw that one in movie theaters actually.
It
I was a
great.
teenager. That was
That's one of those movies that like kind of encompasses the whole like Adam Sandler goofy movie career, where like he just had like a million jokes everywhere. It took a lot off of like the Nielsen films and the scary movie sort of thing, where every frame is an opportunity to make someone laugh.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked about that movie.
Had a good cast too.
My brother Cassius hit me in the face with a shovel.
Popeye's chicken is the shiznit.
Yep, that's a great one.
That's a good.
Hey, Nikki, cover Winkler and Bees. You can do it.
You can do it.
Oh, that was funny. Logus, do you wanna tell me your top 5?
Most definitely. Number 5 for me is Billy Madison,
Good movie.
obviously. I had Happy Gilmore as my 4th.
Ah, that's a good one.
Heck yeah, with Chubbs.
Grown Ups 1 and 2 as 3rd and 2nd.
He's going for more of the newer movies.
And for my last one, Blended.
Blended, that was a good one.
You never
That
seen
Terry
good.
Crews, Drew Barrymore, Adam Sandler. Never
Great.
seen
They
it?
go to Africa.
Blended.
They go to
Yeah,
Africa.
Blended. They go to Africa.
I didn't watch it.
Oh,
It's really
like-
good.
It's a cute family
It's a
movie.
it's a little.
It's like
campy.
50 First Dates.
Yeah, somewhat, but they have kids and stuff.
Yeah, I could watch it.
It's a family movie. Yeah, that's pretty good. Those are good ones.
Mm-hmm.
I liked all those movies. I watched them all.
I was
I mean, I know that like people disagree on some of them, but you know what? You like what you like, and that's okay. Tank Girl.
All right, so some of mine are some of Logus Mabrogus and Dr. Chase,
Well,
but
all of us have similarities.
we got number 5, Big Daddy.
Yes.
Because I think
I
it's
love that.
such a cute movie, you know, and it kind of like, it has comedy and very like, you know,
that movie made me cry.
it made me cry too.
I can wipe my own ass.
I can wipe my own ass when Dylan and Cole Sprouse was like super cute and now they're
Super
annoying as fuck.
That movie was incredibly touching for an
It
Adam Sandler
was.
film.
It was. Alright,
And it had Jon Stewart in it.
yeah. So
That's
number
not a douche.
So my number 4 is a tie between 2, Blended, and Jack and Jill.
The most
Jack
awful
and Jill.
movie ever.
Jack
but
and Jill was so bad. I mean, Adam Sandler playing his twin sister, who is loud and obnoxious. It was great. It was so bad. It was good.
I just wish I were a fly on the wall in that meeting room where someone pitched, hey, you know what? We should make a movie where Adam Sandler plays him and also his sister. Here's the catch, all right? They're both really annoying. Oh, okay, so it's Adam Sandler. Yes, but like really annoying. Oh, okay. So like Adam Sandler. No, I don't think you're getting what I'm saying. Really, really annoying.
So basically,
So like Adam Sandler in a drama. Yes,
Dramedy.
like that.
A dramedy.
Alright, so number 3, of course, is Wedding Singer. It was actually one of the first Adam Sandler movies I've ever seen. I love that Steve Buscemi's in it. I love just, it's a good cast, of course, Billy Idol. And I love his song. I love his song that he sings to her at the end. You know, like, because that makes me think of my significant other. Because, you know, you always want to grow old with somebody. Number 2, of course, is Little Nicky, because it is such an underrated movie. It is so good, though.
I thought it was good.
I love Little Nicky. And my number 1 pick, it's not for children. Can you guess what it is?
No.
That's My Boy.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's My
With Andy
Boy
Samberg?
with Andy Samberg. That's My Boy is the funniest movie I have ever seen.
Wait, pause. Beer time.
I didn't get one? That's fine. But no, I think That's My Boy was really funny. You know, I love how it's like the whole, like in the 80s, you know, a teacher sleeps with her student, they have a kid, and it's like a really like funny movie. And Andy Samberg did a really good job too.
It's very good. Yeah, I love all those movies. I love all Adam Sandler movies except for like his super drama ones. Like I can't do Spanglish.
Spanglish
I
was
tried to
boring.
watch The Cobbler, and The Cobbler was a good idea, but I think it could have been funnier. Way funnier.
Haven't seen Uncut Gems yet.
I haven't seen that one either.
I've heard that's really good. Like
That's what I've been hearing too.
I hear it's not not Adam Sandler fare. It's more like if you really enjoyed Breaking Bad or something like that.
I see. I never watched Breaking Bad.
It's
So-
it's serious and it's supposed to be like really good.
And there's good movies like Bulletproof that was with him and Damon Wayans.
Mhm.
Like, that was pretty cool. And so I'll do my top 6 actually. And like I said, I can't even. It's so hard for me to put them in order because I watch a lot of his movies that are. I could have made a top 10, but I did not. So my top 6. I'm gonna start with number 6. We'll do The Wedding Singer. Wedding Singer was always great. Love the 80s. How 80s that movie was is ridiculous.
Oh, I love the time jokes they had in there. Like they were talking about, oh, it's so small. How's the record supposed to play on it? It's a CD.
It's a CD. You put it in a CD player. Oh, crazy Julia Gulia.
I love little jokes like that. They're charming and they don't hurt anyone.
Yeah. Well, number 5 is one that none of you put, and I think it's great. And it's Adam Sandler movie, 8 Crazy Nights.
I totally forgot about 8 Crazy Nights.
8 Crazy Nights.
Oh, I love the little two old couple. Oh,
It's not a couple. It's a brother and sister.
oh yeah, I got
Whitey and his wife. He was having like a seizure on the.
And it's about the miracle of Hanukkah.
Yeah, Hanukkah. It was a good movie, I thought.
It's a good musical.
Yeah,
honestly.
I love Technical Foul. That's a great song.
Technical Foul.
That's a technical foul.
Oh my god.
It's the greatest. Then, like my wife, I put this abomination on my list, Jack and Jill,
Yeah.
because how shitty of a woman he was the most hilarious thing I ever watched in my life.
Dear viewers, you need to understand the heat at which the lasers are just coming out of my eyes at both of these,
Oh my God.
my dearest friends.
I mean, dude,
You have betrayed me.
he's so annoying. He's got as her. He's got Al Pacino trying to get some ass from him.
It's like
Every time she wakes up, she's in a puddle of sweat. It's fucking gross.
Literally on her bed is this stain. It's literally a silhouette of herself on the bed.
That's so gross.
And then she's got an annoying bird that just makes things even worse. Like, ew.
It's
Dead to me, all of you.
fine. You cooked
I
you a
don't
good meal.
And then I'm gonna do Big Daddy. Big Daddy is great. When I watched it, it was great.
Cry
Means
back.
more to me nowadays because my son's technically not my blood, but it's like I adopted a kid that became my best friend, and we got close and became each other's, father and son. So, just like that movie.
Yeah, way to have to tug at my heartstrings, alright? What the hell?
And then Waterboy, because you gotta love some Bobby Boucher.
If you don't love Bobby Boucher, get
I
out.
can guess your number 1.
Okay.
Mr. Deeds.
No.
Oh, really?
Mr. Deeds, I forgot about.
Did we
I'm
all
s-
forget about
I
Mr.
think
Deeds?
we did forget about Mr.
I thought
Deeds.
about it, but I didn't put it on my list. I forgot. But my number 1 is Happy Gilmore.
Oh, Happy Gilmore's always.
Happy Gilmore.
That's a good choice.
With Chubbs.
Oh, and your hole! That's your hole!
That's your home. Yeah,
Don't you
that
want
was-
to
that
go
was
to
a
your
good one.
home?
You know how you got your hand? Well, I got his head.
I got his head.
Let's kill him.
You're gonna die, clown.
You're gonna miss that putt, you jackass.
I love how that was actually in the same universe as Little Nicky, where it's like where Chubbs is up in heaven.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
It's all in the hips. It's all
He's
in
teaching
the
Nikki's mom, who
Reese Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon, who's
Because she's an angel. Yeah, they're doing like a conga line or some shit like that, yeah.
he
All these movies tie together, which is awesome. Like Rob Schneider's "You Can Do It." He's in like he's like in 4 movies, and then
the greatest thing is Adam Sandler switches to that role
In Hot
if
Chicks.
he's in
Animal.
in a Rob Schneider movie.
like he did it in Deuce Bigelow, didn't he?
Yeah,
and he also did it in The Animal.
the animal. I think Hot Chicks.
I
as
cannot
well.
see this coming. No, he was the
No, he was the
stoner
stoner guy.
playing
Oh, yeah.
the bongos. You can put your weed in there, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, so that's my list. So
And if you look closely, you can put your weed in it.
right,
Yeah, I can't believe I forgot about Mr. Deeds. That one was like a really
got
good.
John Turturro in it too.
What? Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
What'd you spend all your money
Ole.
on? What'd you spend all your money on?
Shoes. That's funny. She can make fun of her own self at that time because she stole shoes in real life. All right. Well, now it's time for nerd news. All right. Let's just start out with the Tank Girl.
All right, so it's something I've been seeing lately on like Facebook and Instagram, and all the social media outlets. And
It has to do with all these shutdowns.
so all these shutdowns that have been happening, there's a lot of negativity, but I found something that was pretty amazing. And us and our family love Disney. We absolutely love Disney. And with Disneyland, Disney World, every Disney theme park shutting down, there is a thing where these families are making their own Disney parks in their house.
Or Disney
Or
vacations.
Disney vacations. I saw this one where it was a family of 4 little kids, and they go to different pictures of their favorite characters, take pictures with them. They put the whole castle fireworks show on the TV. Another one was a family made a Pirates of the Caribbean ride in their whole entire house, which was really cool. And you know what? I think that is like the good, heartwarming things that we need to see. And I find that to be super amazing, and that these people were very creative at making this whole situation a little bit better.
I assume all these people are doing it because they had to cancel their trips.
Probably.
Like, there was ones where people even put up fake Magic Band scanners.
Oh, I saw that.
And they were like, oh, here's my Magic Band. And they're just tapping on it. And then the next scene, they'd be like their kids' toys of like the Dumbo ride. And the toy would be going up and down. And they'd be like, we're on the ride, yeah. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cute.
And
they were on the teacups.
they're making light of a very dark situation. And I just wanted to express like how amazing I think these people are in, trying to keep the magic in their house.
I mean, on there, they were also eating Mickey bars because you can get them at grocery stores now.
I know. I'm surprised we haven't picked any
I
up yet.
haven't found any. Well, what's on the shelves these days? I mean, come on.
Right. But that is my nerd news of the episode.
All right. Well, and then now we're going to go to Dr. Cheese, where he's got a kind of a...
Welcome to Dr. Cheese's Pain Corner.
It's quite a stinky, ugly-looking thing.
So, every once in a while, I'll find myself clicking on a news article that I immediately regret.
Oh.
But then I keep going just to see how far the cat butthole goes. Right. So, the headline, March 18th, 2020, cat fans demand Universal Pictures to release the butthole cut.
The butthole cut. So Cats, the horrible movie.
Now, the thing about it is that there's a little subtext thing. It says, updated.
Uh-oh.
This is an ongoing situation. One of the people that they hired to do the effects. Now, it already sounds bad,
Yeah,
right?
it does.
Just an angry internet mob wants butthole pics. I don't know. I don't know how to deal with that. That's kind of a
butthole
huge.
pics from the movie Cats.
I mean, have you ever seen Reddit before? Butthole pics and rage is kind of a thing. It's kind of a thing. But no. Oh, you.
Oh, me.
When looking further into this, it looks like what happened was there was this visual graphics artist that at a certain point was hired to cover up cat buttholes that had been originally rendered into the film.
Oh, jeez.
So this isn't the internet demanding something be added to a film. They're demanding the removal of a censor that was actually for the good of everyone's sanity.
So
And now
you told me this movie could be worse?
Yes, it could.
It could be worse. This movie already was garbage.
Okay,
You've
let's
never
go down
even-
timeline.
Tank Girl, come here.
Well, I'm not sure if it's timeline, but
No, I'm just telling.
let's add all the
This
portions
Cats
together.
movie, the people want the butthole version because they hired an artist to cover up the buttholes in the original version.
No
So
shit.
they want them to take the censorship off.
Why? Who wants to see cat assholes?
Have you ever been on the internet
Human
before?
cat assholes.
I try not to.
Yeah, it's
Go on
the
Reddit.
worst people. In fact, if this is you wanting cat buttholes, I'm gonna say right now, I'm gonna tell your mom. All right, and if that doesn't scare you, I'm also gonna tell your dad. All right,
You're a disgusting
Just-
creature.
that does not work for me. All right.
cat buttholes.
God. So let's lay this all out, okay? About the atrocity that is cats, okay? These cats don't have cat noses. They have human noses.
They have human faces.
They have human faces. This is a story about a cat talent show so that a cat can win a trip in a UFO for some reason.
I have no idea.
The fuck?
I guess
That's
I'll
the
take your
story of cats. That literally is the story of cats. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
And then, to add on to the top of that, the geniuses that decided to omit noses also decided, hey, these cats need buttholes. And then someone with some good sense said, hey, let's hire this guy, because this guy has a good idea, or something like that. I don't know, I'm paraphrasing what's going on. But, you know, just imagine, like, this guy's like, you know, this graphic artist here, you know, I want to hire him because the buttholes is a little much.
Maybe we need to just get rid of it or kind of like cover them up a little more.
And the whole big mistake of this, they didn't tell this visual graphics artist that you don't tell anyone or you die. And you know, so he didn't act like it was, you know, that important. And he's like on talking to somebody about, you know, how I had to cover up a bunch of cat buttholes or fake cat human people.
Sir, what do you do for a living? I cover up cat buttholes.
How's the money? It's shitty.
It stinks.
Yeah, more imagine that conversation going like, what do you do for a living? Son, you don't want to know.
The things I've seen.
The things I've done.
I've seen the unspeakable.
Oh, God.
That's funny. That article was better than I thought it was going to be.
That was fantastic.
Is everyone sufficiently in pain? Because I am.
We all are.
Thank you.
All right.
You just lowered my brain cells.
So, blasphemous.
Well, I just found something. I forgot what I was going to originally talk about, and then I found something pretty quick that I thought was cool. It says, according to 3/19/2020 on Cosmic Book News, I don't know how legit they are, but I've read some of their stuff before, and it was pretty good. That they're stating that Captain Marvel 2 is rumored to be a cosmic horror movie. So a space horror movie.
Oh, yeah?
It says, Captain Marvel 2 is rumored to be a cosmic horror movie involving Brie Larson as, of course, Carol Danvers, involved with sword forming. So basically S.H.I.E.L.D., but the ones that protect from aliens.
Yeah.
Because of all the stuff that happened with Endgame and all that.
Yeah.
All that
Outer
stuff.
Space Shield.
Involved with sword forming the A-Force, the all-woman team.
Nice. There you go, ladies.
Representation.
Hell's yeah.
Obviously, this has been put on hold because of all the stuff that's happening in the world right now.
What, Carol Danvers isn't powerful enough to beat the coronavirus?
I guess not. She's only immune to the Modelo virus. So,
Coronavirus infected
That was a pretty good
Jupiter.
joke. I'm going to be honest, that was a good joke.
It was a very good joke.
people were also hoping that they may show Nova in this movie, but they have nobody's said anything about it. They're still waiting for a director, and
But this wouldn't
they
this
would have Samuel L. Jackson, Colby Smulders in it again. We're gonna have Ben Mendelsohn and Jude Law are gonna be returning as their characters. The Skrull leader Talos and the Kree known as Yon-Rog. So I think that would be pretty cool. Oh yeah, what sword means Sentient World Observation and Response Department. So basically, they keep the planet from getting abducted by aliens. We'd be getting a She-Hulk, a Spider-Woman, a Scarlet Witch, Natalie Portman Thor, Valkyrie, and Spectrum would be the A team if they do it this way.
I'm down with that.
I have just a quick side note. Isn't Doctor Strange supposed to be kind of like a horror or thriller type movie as well as the second Doctor Strange? Because it also is going to have one Scarlet Witch in it.
Yeah, it's called Doctor Strange
Into
Was
the
it-
multiverse of madness.
Into the multiverse of and the multiverse of madness.
So Marvel's trying to see what they can do if they make it like a little bit darker because DC's very dark.
Do you know what I want to think that I want to tell you what they could introduce with the multiverse of madness? They could introduce everybody we don't have right now and we don't have an in for. So he could bring Fantastic Four, or he could bring X-Men, or if it's supposed to be a horror movie, who would fit as a horror movie second character to be with Doctor Strange? And I don't think anybody would ever think to put
Spawn?
them together. Not Spawn. He's not Marvel.
I don't
That's
know,
okay.
but that'd be
cool.
awesome to
Yeah,
have
that would blow everybody's fucking mind.
I know.
Oh, Spawn's now Marvel. What the hell? You know,
Oh,
everybody's
we're
tongue.
talking about Marvel. I thought you said
I
anybody.
said Doctor Strange.
I know, but I thought
The
you said.
movie. So we're not going to be able to
Oh.
bring anybody that's not in Marvel.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, no.
Within bounds of Marvel films is what he means.
Yeah.
Okay, so I misunderstood the
So
question.
we're in a horror movie.
Okay.
Who would work in a horror movie? Blade.
Oh yeah.
Blade, vampire hunter.
Oh, Dr.
Blade.
Cheese is blown.
Blade.
My mind is blown.
Blade
Excuse
would
me.
work. Blade
Calm
could
down.
work.
Blade could definitely work.
If they wanted to go really crazy CGI, Man-Thing could work. There's a lot of people that could work. So, Ghost Rider.
Oh my
Ghost
god.
Rider could work.
Oh, I loved Ghost Rider. You should shut up. Shut up
Nicolas
about
Cage
Ghost
was horrible.
I
Do you like
honestly-
Nicolas
I
Cage?
don't care.
Nicolas Cage.
It was Ghost
horrible.
Rider though.
It was Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, the parts where it was played by Nicolas Cage was horrible. The parts
I
where it
know.
was where it was CGI Ghost Rider, dope.
I know.
Also, you got Sam Elliott, who was the OG Ghost Rider.
And he was always
In that
dope,
movie.
whether or
In
not
that
he was a
movie
Ghost
anyways.
Rider.
Yeah, it would be. It'd be interesting to see what they're gonna do. 'Cause I want to know what a horror movie, a Disney, Marvel horror movie is going to be like.
It
You know,
won't
20
be-
years ago, if we had said that Disney Marvel horror film, people would be like, "What?"
There's no such thing. Disney only
crazy.
does princess movies and, happy things. But
No,
look-
at one time they owned the people who made Die Hard.
They murdered.
John McClane's a princess.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker! I'm a princess, bitch.
So what are Disney movies like in 2020? Oh, all comic book movies, What? Really?
They're CGI. What's that? And comic book movies.
Pixar, tons of movie remakes.
Yeah. But still, there's still good stuff. There's stuff, yeah. So that would be interesting. I'm excited to see that. All right. Well,
Wait. Before we get off of this, let me ask you a question. So I've read a lot through Marvel, and I've read a lot of stupid names in the past. How would they make Fin Fang Foom sound not completely and utterly ridiculous? Because just say it. Say it and see if you don't giggle. Say it.
Bing, bing.
Say it. Yeah, you
Bing.
couldn't.
Bing, bang, boom.
Yeah, okay.
well, technically, Fin Fang
Sounds
Foom
so
was already in a Marvel movie. He just wasn't a character. I think he was in the first Iron Man as a billboard,
Oh.
a green dragon on a billboard.
Bing,
And it says Fin Fang Foom.
Goddamn.
That doesn't sound right.
You're technically correct.
Try saying that.
The
5 times.
only kind of correct.
Try saying Bing, bang, boom 5 times fast.
So yeah, there's a lot of characters I could not see them ever making into anything. Like the fact that Man-Thing exists is like, I don't know who was first. I can't think of it right now. Swamp Thing or Man-Thing. I'm gonna say Swamp Thing was probably first. If I'm wrong, I have no problem admitting I'm wrong. Either or, Swamp Thing is the cooler of the two. And they're pretty much the same fucking character.
I honestly used to never. I
Swamp
honestly,
Thing was
until like a
interesting.
month ago, didn't even know who Man-Thing was.
But
True
yeah.
story.
Well, I think Logan actually is here to talk about some video games. We call it Logus McBrogus Game Time. Logan, what do you got to tell us? What are you going to talk to us about today?
I'm going to talk to you about Fortnite Battle Royale. It's a game I really enjoy. So they've got a new event going on called the Spy Games.
What's the Spy Games?
So ever since Season 2 came out, they've had an agent update. And basically with the Agent update, they have a new type of gun that's better than Legendary, called Mythic. You can get them by defeating bosses.
Okay.
But the only way to defeat the bosses is to get all the henchmen. All these characters are bots. So there are two different alliances going against each other. The Ghost Spies and the Shadow Spies. Spy Games is basically an event where you choose which team you're on and go against each other in a huge battle against 200 people. And
it's 200 now.
Yeah, in the Operation Drop Zone.
Oh wow.
And there's new tech that no one has seen. Like swimming faster, gaining health while swimming, jetpacks, double jumping.
Oh yeah.
Is scoped assault rifles.
Yeah.
And they've also, along with this, they have a new Marvel thing with Fortnite called the Deadpool missions. So with the Deadpool missions, you get two things you have to do weekly. And if you do them, you get a prize. The prizes get better over time. Like, for example, last week's prize was Deadpool's katanas. So based on what I've seen so far, the missions for Deadpool skin will come out April 1st.
According to the calendar that's on the wall.
Correct.
In Deadpool's secret lair in the game.
Yeah. And last thing, they've added new helicopters to Fortnite.
Along with the boats.
Yeah, but the boats have been around. The helicopters, you can't shoot from them, only the people who are on the sides can. It takes a really long time to get places you need to go. I wouldn't recommend them at all. They're easy to spot and they're real annoying. I wouldn't recommend them.
And if you're playing squads and you don't have your whole squad in that helicopter, and a whole squad season, you can pretty much take the helicopter down.
Yeah.
As long as you all are good at aiming.
Basically.
I took one out the other day, and I think the pilot did die, but his passenger did. So
nice.
I killed the passenger. But yeah, that's about it.
Oh, okay. And Fortnite, is there any cool skins that are coming up that you've seen that you're interested in, or any of the dances?
We had one that just went by called the Slurp Squad. It was basically classic skins like Leviathan in the default skin, but turned into his sludge creatures.
The Slurp is in the game.
It's a shield you can use.
You use it to be shield, but it's also in the game as pretty much like a brand name. So, and there's people made out of it, I guess, in this game.
But that's about it from me.
Oh.
Back to you.
All right. Well, that's pretty much all I have. Dr. Cheese, do you have anything?
Wash your damn hands.
Oh yeah, definitely. The doctor. You got to listen to what the doctor says. Wash your hands.
Stop hoarding toilet paper.
Yeah, because your butt's not going to fall off anytime soon.
Also, wash your ass.
Wash your ass. Not with toilet paper. With water and soap. Tank Girl, you have anything to say?
Please be kind to other people. Everyone's going through some shit, and, being cruel and mean is not the way we should do.
No. The world has enough cruelty. Goddamn, we allow politicians. And we're nuts for another time.
Be nice, check on your friends, help the elderly.
The world does have enough cruelty. There's CGI cat buttholes, guys.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of bullshit.
That's
right
a lot
there.
of cruelty. With that, we will have to say adieu from now. And do you want to say bye, Logis?
Peace out.
All right, Tank Girl.
Bye, guys.
Dr. Cheese.
Seriously, wash your hands.
And I will have to say, cat buttholes. We don't need them. Goodbye.